Hello everyone and welcome to another Gran Turismo video. In this one we're going to be looking at the round 3 of the FIA Manufacturers series, the exhibition season for 2019. Group 4 cars at Fuji International Speedway, the short version. We're just looking at some of the details of the screen there, which I've sort of put the most important information up on the screen there. Racing soft, racing mediums, and with the new rules we must run the racing mediums at some point during the race. So Group 4 cars, and we have 17 laps of this short version of the Fuji track, which really only just misses the chicane out and gives us a fast right-hander, which in my opinion is the better version of the track, because I don't really like the chicane, and I don't think I'm alone in not liking the chicane. I think there's quite a few drivers out there who don't like it. Okay, so we jump on board here. The footage is of me attempting a one-stop, going from soft tyres to medium tyres. I'm in the Group 4 section, which is my manufacturer. Well, it's the manufacturer on the account that I'm going to do the races. That's my Wombolder account. However, I am just practicing here on the Fraggle Commander account, which is just a little bit confusing, but I thought I'd get my testing in. I'm going to do it on the car that I'm going to be running in the race. So the first thing we'll discuss is fuel. You can see we've got the fuel counter up there, and there's quite a lot of fuel saving required for this one. At the start of the race you are good for about 12 laps to 13 laps of fuel depending on the car. Some cars are better at fuel saving than others. The section's actually pretty good at fuel saving. So, but yeah, some short shifting required is just to try and make that pit stop where you take on fuel as short as possible, because a lot of time can be lost or gained depending on how you manage the fuel. So we jump forward here to lap 7 on our one-stop run, and this is going to be our, we're going to jump on start of lap 8. This is going to be our in lap. Now by this time the soft tyres are starting to feel a little bit second hand. You can see where lap times have dropped from a 1:41.0 down to a 1:42.7 on lap 7 there, so 1.7 seconds worth of tyre degradation, despite the fact that we've burned off half the fuel. So the car is actually now 50 kilograms lighter than when we started, but we are still losing quite a lot of lap time as each lap goes on. Corners like this, the car just doesn't have the grip as you come towards the end of the stint. I think it's about lap 5 you really start to feel the tyres go, lap 5 or 6. That's going to depend on the car and the driver. The Citroen, traditionally quite a decent car on tyres. I would say that my driving style is quite good on tyres as well, so you might not get the same results in some of the other cars that are a bit heavy in the tyres. Maybe something like the Ford Mustang. The American cars tend to be quite heavy on tyre wear, and it's these free hairpins where you tend to really feel the loss in grip. So just don't try to push the car too hard around those corners as the tyres go. So here we are approaching the pit lane, and this will be a good time to discuss pit lane loss. Now, people work out pit lane loss a little bit in different ways. What I tend to do is take what the sort of lap times I was doing when I pitted as a base, and then take the difference away from the in lap and the out lap. So in this case I think we would have been doing about a 1:43. So the in lap there, a 1:59. I would say that's I would say that's about 16 seconds worth of loss. And then when we do the out lap, we take the difference away there. And the out lap at Fuji is a lot quicker than a normal lap time. It comes in about a 1:38 in this instance. So that's again a 4.5 seconds. So we said 16 seconds lost in the in lap and 4.5 seconds gained on the out lap. You can just see it there in lap 9, 38.4. Put the pit loss at on a one stop and taking on a little bit of fuel. I think I took on 20% worth of fuel because we actually underfueled. So the pit lane loss about 11.5 seconds, and that's taking on some fuel on the one stopper. So here we are, lap 17, coming to the end of the race, the end of our stint on the medium tyres. We went 8 soft and we're doing 9 laps on the medium. We should be able to get, as you'd expect, better life out of the mediums because they're a harder compound. And this has been a nice run. The tyre deck, we're about a second down on our best lap on the mediums. But much like the softs, it's around about lap 5 or 6 you start to feel the mediums go off. So in the one stopper you're going to be holding on at the end of both stints and just having to sort of survive with the tyre wear. And up to the line we come, and I think it's another 42.9 we do for a finishing time that I believe is at 29 minutes 15.5. Now when I did that, I'd already attempted a 2-stop run and that was a good 10 seconds quicker than that run, and this was actually my second attempt at the one stopper, so I gave myself a little break and had another go at the 2-stopper, as I thought it was only fair if I had 2 shots at the one stopper, I really should have 2 shots at the 2-stopper. So here we are, onto the 2-stopper here, and we're going to go soft, soft, and then a little blast at the end with the mediums. Now this first stint here in the 2-stopper was not perfect. You can see lap 4 there, I won 43.2. That's not really representative. It's at least a second slower than what I should have been doing on that lap, so we will take a 1 second off the finishing time for this 2-stopping run as a comparison. So we're going to do 6 laps on our first stint in the softs. Obviously we've got heavy fuel, we've got full fuel, and we're going to take on a new set of softs. Right, so as you can see, we're not going to take on any fuel on it this time. There's no point taking fuel on if you're doing a 2-stopper on your first stop, because you're just going to be running an unnecessarily heavy car. And it's actually something I noticed a lot of people doing at the manufacturers race in Interlagos, if we're doing a 2-stopper, taking fuel on at the first stop and then having to run with that weight unnecessarily. So my advice if you're doing a 2-stopper is no fuel at the first stop and run the car as light as possible. So we absolutely nailed this second stint on the soft tyre though. As you can see, we went from lap 7 to lap 12. Lap 8, a very fast lap actually. That was the fastest lap I've managed in race trim. I won 40.7. Quite pleased with that one. And it's lap 13, we've done a 7-lap stint on our soft tyres here. As I said, we're lighter on fuel, so the soft tyre just get a little bit more longevity out of the tyres. And there we go, onto the mediums, as we must run them mandatory, and we're down to 1.3 laps worth of fuel, and we have 4 laps left to run on the mediums. So we're going to take our fuel on in this second pit stop. There we go, we're good to go. Now I thought there was no chance of the 2-stopper matching the 1-stopper, given my first runs, because as I said, it was a difference of 10 seconds. Now admittedly the first time I did the 2-stopper was my first go at the race conditions, so it was always going to be my slowest one. And as I said earlier, the Citroen's good on fuel and it's good on tyres, so it is a car that I was always going to be able to make the 1-stop work, possibly better than other cars. So I'm not sure if the 1-stopper is an option for all the Group 4 cars out there. So you may have to run 2 stops. But as you're going to see from this, and when we get to the end of this, the 2-stopper actually is very, very competitive with the 1-stopper. Now of course, we run these races, when I do these tests, I'm just running them in optimal conditions. I've got no overtaking to do, I'm not getting hindered by any racing, I'm not getting dirty air affecting my tyres. But it's really the only way you can sort of do a true test and sort of fair comparison, if you like, is to run them without all those things affecting your race time. The disadvantage of a two-stopper is always going to be you're going to be dealing with more traffic after your second pit stop to try and get back up. You're going to have to fight your way through some one-stoppers. However, Fuji is definitely a track where overtaking is possible. As you're also going to be at least 2 seconds a lap faster. As you can see, these lap times on the medium tyres at the end are really quite decent. A 41.4 and a 41.5, and we're going to finish here with another 141. Now, if you came up across a one-stopper over those last few laps, they're already going to have done 6-7 laps on their medium tyres, so they're already going to be in that struggle zone, if you like. So we cross the line here, and we'll take 1 second off our finishing time. It's actually a 29:16.2, which is only 7/10 slower than the one stop. So, as you can see, pretty close between the two strategies in clean air anyway. So we've looked at a couple of different ways to run the race there. However, racing situations always tend to be different, and how you run your strategy very often depends on things about where you qualify or how the race is unfolding. If you're getting held up in traffic, you might want to pit early and try and get the undercut and stuff like that. But one thing's for sure, these new longer races at the FIA Championships set up by Polyphony Digital, and the tyre requirement, it means you must run the harder compound during the race, has certainly thrown the door open, or wide open in terms of strategy, and there is many different ways to run the race. I've not even explored in this one what starting on the medium tyre would be like. To me it looked like a no-brainer that the one stop would be the way to go, but as you've seen, as I've demonstrated, the two stop can certainly work. It's all going to depend on how your car and how your driving style manages the tyre. So hopefully this video has been helpful in terms of showing you how the sort of pit stop loss you can expect, how the different tyres perform relative to each other, and hopefully you've managed to pick up some useful information to help you come up with a strategy for this race. Anyway, good luck in the Wednesday coming up for your FIA races. I'm going to end the video there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.